Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Driving Perilously, the show in which we turn on the radio and talk about what it is that we find. This is Johnny Mathis, Winter Wonderland. He has a few Christmas standards, and haven't heard as much Johnny Mathis this year so far as I would have expected. Haven't heard as much Karen Carpenter this year as I would have expected. Have heard about the right amount of Burl Ives as I would expect. A little more Bobby Helms, Jingle Bell Rock than I would expect. Not sure why my expectations are so important to me, but this is Johnny Mathis, Winter Wonderland. It has lots of different versions. This one is notable because of the tempo changes. I would say almost every version, there's just hardly any tempo changes. They just do a light, easy jazz feel. For Winter Wonderland, it works with lots and lots of different voices. It's a great Christmas song. But he just kind of slows it down, stops in the middle, starts back up again. I don't know what he's doing. But it's a great version. There's a good reason why it's a Christmas standard, and there's a good reason why he is a popular Christmas voice. All right, let's see if we can find something else. Check out Legends 100.3. Well, they're selling something. Let's see. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. The history, Judea and Bethlehem. There's Burl Ives, Holly Jolly Christmas. So I'm always interested in how much of the Christmas story is going to come across in Christmas. And by that, I mean, and just the fact that I even have to explain it, I mean the history of Christmas, the birth of Christ, Christmas. We don't even say Christmas, right? So it's about, originally, the birth of a particular baby. And it's come to mean so much more. So it's always curious to me if people are going to acknowledge that on secular radio, if people are going to acknowledge that in everyday speech. And of course, I would understand why people wouldn't, and I would understand why people would. It's just interesting to me, that intersection between the sacred and the secular. So that always looking to find that in my observation of the season. So they were just talking about Bethlehem, and I think when we talk about a name of a city, person, a country, we should try to say it the way they say it, and we don't, or at least we didn't used to. So there's 1,500 years of Christians talking about Bethlehem, but the town, they never called themselves that. And it's something like Beit Lechem or something. I don't know, I can't pronounce Hebrew at all, but it seems to me like we ought to try. I mean, somebody's in another country and they're trying to say America, which is a name not from America, but now it means America. Yeah, they should try to say it the way we say it. We should try to say their name the way they say their name. Why not? Why not? So that was a little Johnny Mathis, a little about Bethlehem, which means house of bread. Jesus is the bread of life. It comes from the house of bread, the city of David. And how much of that Christian belief is going to be reflected in Christmas music. It is a one-of-a-kind thing. There are certain songs for certain times of year, but this takes the cake. The holiday season, as we call it, is, the one time of year that's different than all the other times. And it's interesting to me how that developed, how it's developing, and what that means for music. I would say a lot of artists have figured out that Mariah Carey is doing well, and they are trying to get in on that market. But as far as their non-Christmas songs, are they trying to make them seem timeless? Are they trying to make them seem profound or fun? Probably everybody that's writing a song is trying to write a song that's profound and fun, or one or the other. But are they learning lessons from timeless melodies and timeless styles? And I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question for a musician to think about. Personally, my thought is that there's so many songs. You really can't write a bestseller. You have to be in the right place at the right time with the right song. There are so many songs, and a certain percentage of them are good songs, and a few select good songs are going to turn into a hit. And of course, working with somebody who's already successful is a step up. But the songs that are the most successful are not necessarily the best songs, but they are the best ones we've heard, right? So we're surrounded by entertainment now. There's so many songs, so many videos, so many podcasts, so many movies, so many whatever. Yeah, the good ones tend to rise to the top, but there's going to be some great ones that are never recorded, or recorded only once and forgotten. And there's going to be some gems unearthed and reinvigorated and so forth. But art, is the Mona Lisa the best portrait ever painted from that time period? I don't know. It's probably in the top 100, but it's the one we have that's left. And so I love that we have things from the past and we can learn from them and so forth. And it's pretty far afield from Johnny Mathis, I guess. I don't know. Mr. Mathis is still with us. He's performing. He still sounds great. Good for him. All right, that's it for this edition of Driving Perilously, the show in which we turn on the radio and talk about what it is that we find. Season's greetings.